G'day folks, this is Raymond Foster. I hope you're doing great. You can address anti-whites in conversation in a way that effectively advocates for the well-being of our folk, and which is repeatable by ordinary Western folk and folk in general. So it's successful. You can't be stigmatized, you can't be pointed out or labeled, slandered as the bad guy so as to be shut down and outcasted by the masses, normal folk. If you address anti-whites in this way, everyone has to agree with you, or they have to openly say themselves in opposition that they want to abuse innocent children and harm innocent people on the basis of their race. Which is where we want them. We want them being open about their racial hatred for Western kind. Here he says, funny how these master race guys always look like they live on the verge of homelessness. Anti-white, meme pathogen, a racial slur, okay, the master race guys, the same as calling us the N-word, but that's for black people, yeah? This is a racial slur for white people. And it's supposed to paint us as a bad guy, as a, evil, bad skinhead that wants to hurt non-whites, so they can justify harming us, shutting us down, therefore they can justify harming our children. And Western kind as a whole, innocent, elderly, etc. They just want to hurt white people, but they have to get through men like myself first to do that. And the only way they can't take me on toe-to-toe. They can't take me on in an intellectual discussion. They can't challenge me in any way whatsoever that's fair. So everyone understands what's going on here. This is why they say things like this. This is why they call us Nazi. This is why they say these things like master race. They call us white supremacist. All of this stuff, skinheads, neo-Nazi. It's an attempt to slander us as a bad guy so that we can be ignored. Okay, and then when they hurt us and they hurt innocent white people, they can call themselves the good guys. When they abuse your children, they'll call themselves the good guys. Why? Because your children are white. So they can hurt the white kids and it's a good thing. That's what they're saying. Okay? And that's why they try to twist morality like this and paint noble heroes like myself as some type of vile bigot or something. So, how do you respond to this? You don't try to argue it, you establish our white positive narrative. You step out of their anti-white narrative, which is constructed with these ideas, these words. This is the story they tell to paint their lies, to get away with their crimes and their evil, essentially. Come at it with something like this. No one here is about master races. That's just an anti-white meme pathogen used to slander and an attempt to justify white erasure. This individual has nothing to say to this, so they say, oh no, you don't think white people are superior to other races? So I obviously just say no. Do you have a problem with white folk having their well-being advocated for? Because that's what I am. I'm a well-being advocate. I advocate for the well-being of all races, all people, including white people. Wow. If the world wasn't so anti-white, no one would even have a problem with that. What's wrong with me caring about all the races, including my own race? Shouldn't you care about all the races as well, including my people, white people? I think you should. We should all care about everyone. That includes my race, the white race. Okay? If you got a problem with that, you're sick in the head. Simple. And that's how you put it across, folks. So everyone can understand quite clearly the whole situation, what's going on here. So I say, no, I don't think we're superior. We're not a superior race. It's ridiculous. But do you have a problem with white folk having their well-being advocated for? And this individual openly comes out as an evil, demonic bigot who wants to abuse your children because they have white skin and says it straight up. I do, actually. So there you go. That's how easy it is to expose anti-whites. He comes in trying to slander. Oh, you're master race guys, like trying to make us out the bad guy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 comments later. Okay? He's admitted, no, he's the evil bad guy that wants to abuse innocent white children. This ain't about me, it's not about being special, nothing. It's about using the right tools for the job that we have before us. But some folk have worked hard for 40 years and achieved absolutely nothing. And it takes me 4 sentences to do what they wanted to do. Some folk have been out there putting all their effort in, 24 hours a day, right? To achieve this, just this, to try to shut individuals like this down, to protect our folk. 40 years of effort and struggle, and they've done nothing. They've just made themselves look worse. And it takes me 4 sentences to completely destroy an individual who's been trained for perhaps 40 years of his life to be a professional at what he does. Yet I can just flick my fingers and make him disappear. I'm writing history. I have the pen to write history, and I'm trying to pass it to you so that you can write some of the pages with me. Take it easy, folks.